episode of the Keepers of the Peace podcast. Here, as always, is my boy Kev and my boy Nick,
Hello.
and I am Matt. And tonight, we've got a rapid fire sort of episode uh, come at you. A little bit of a slow week, but there was some, you know, things worth talking about um, since the last time we all got together. That being said, so uh, first thing that we kind of were going to touch base on was Marvel kind of teased us a little bit with a Avengers X-Men Eternals crossover, which is supposed to be some sort of comic event that's going to be coming in the summer of 2022. Um, how do you guys feel about that?
It's pretty exciting. I mean, like, we've never really seen like the Eternals and the Avengers and the X-Men as well combined.
Like,
Like,
who are they gonna fight? Like, they're
Who
gonna
are they
fight
gonna fight?
God, unless they fight each other.
yeah.
Well, apparently, it's supposed to be some sort of like Judgment Day like type thing.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't know what implications that has like in Marvel's like standards, Um, but maybe it'll be something. I mean, it's been a long time actually. It's actually been about 10 years. 2012 we got a comic book series from Marvel with the Avengers versus the X-Men. I never read it. I just know of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the implications in that series were either. But that being said, now that the Eternals are being brought into the mix, we might have a different outcome here. I mean, you guys saw Eternals, right?
Yeah, that sounds like it's like a whole other thing. Like, I don't know, if you have like X-Men versus the Avengers, you have two sides, but now we're having a third side. So like, it's gonna be crazy to see what they do with that because there's just so much and there's so many super beings in all three of those groups that like they're just gonna destroy whatever planet they go to. Like, it's gonna be chaos.
What type of threat are they gonna be facing, dude?
That's what I mean. Like, if they're not fighting each other,
Yeah.
what the hell are they gonna fight?
Right.
Like, all right, Thanos. See you in a 5-second fight. We're gonna go fight. Maybe they'll Mephisto. Mephisto will mind wipe some people.
What if
God.
What if it's Mephisto controlling the mind of a Celestial that is also inside of a Sentinel, making like, ultimate Sentinels?
True. And there's also one of the green guys. What are they called?
Oh.
The Skrull?
Yeah, the Skrull. It's also a Skrull.
Yeah. It's a bit black.
I don't know. They haven't really even like announced a writer on the series or anything yet. I think it's just an idea Marvel's pitching or something like that, and I'm sure maybe once we get like an artist or like some sort of creative team on it, and like we get some info on that, and maybe we'll be able to place it, a little bit better as to whoever has the reins of it, could see what type of scope their work has and might be able to figure out something from there. But
right, because I feel like there's just too much. There's too much super in this fight. Like, unless they're fighting each other, like, that's what I keep going to. Is there has to be some sort of like internal conflict amongst the three teams? Because like, who the hell are they gonna fight?
Right.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, the Eternals confuse me. The Eternals confuse me. Aside from the plot holes in the movie, which I won't even jump into. I'm just
short pod.
Like, I'm just a little bit confused right now as to like their existence, like their purpose.
Yeah, like they literally that whole movie they fought just like a maskless villain and ended up being one of their own people. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then you just like kind of gave up and was like, oh, you guys are kind of right, and like it's fine. And then everyone was like, yeah, no, bro, you're chill. You only just kill a couple people. You're chill.
Yeah, I mean, Eternals as a movie, what was pretty good. What did you guys think of that movie? Actually, real quick.
That was just what I was gonna say. Go ahead, Kevin.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it was a different take on Marvel movies. It seemed more like historical, I guess, because like we never really like see much of that in most Marvel movies. It mostly takes place like in the setting that it's supposed to be in.
Right.
So, I thought it was interesting to see. I liked how like all the characters had like their own like specific role in the movie. Um, and I did think it was a little weird, like with the twist of like them being like like celestial type robots, because like I don't think is that what they are in the comics too, or like is this just like a new take on that?
I never really read any of the
I'm
comics,
pretty
like
sure
the
it's true to
Eternals
the
comics.
comics. That's what they are. They're kind of like at the end of the day,
Yeah.
they're like minions.
Yeah,
Which my thing with them is like they have the classic tropes of like one is strong and like one is fast and like one is smart and like so I think that kind of softens that blow of like this the most stereotypical tropes you could have for superheroes. So I kind of
yeah.
like that's their thing. Like they were created by the Celestial that was like, all right, well we need a strong one, we need a smart one, we need people that can bring something to the table.
We need the kid one.
Yeah, we need the
Oh
kid
my
adult that
god.
has a weird threesome thing with the adults. They're all the same age, but she looks like she's 12. It's fine.
Yeah,
Sprite was obnoxious.
So that was my
In a
issue with the
word.
movie. I hate. Well, I mean, we all know by now. I love a villain in a villain story. Give me an anti-hero as the villain. That's fine. But like, I hate movies like this that are like just there's a maskless, faceless villain for the whole time, and then the fucking big foil at the end is that it's one of their own guys that's kind of controlling them. Like I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't like those kind of movies, and like that's just a personal thing. Like I like to have a villain that has intentions for a reason. It isn't just like, oh, we're evil beings from the planet. We hate everyone. Like, okay,
yeah,
cool. Like, I would much prefer. We didn't even really get into Shang-Chi. I mean, we won't go there. But, like, that movie with, like, the dragons fighting each other, like, the whole time. Like, cool. Like, give us back to, like, him fighting his dad. Like, there's no personality in a fucking fight amongst two things that no one cares about that don't even speak. You know?
yeah.
Like, I don't care about the heroes fighting the fucking faceless animal alien villains. Like, okay, cool. Move on, please. Thank you.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, like it almost seemed like it was filler, almost
Yeah.
like in a way. And that's not to like shit on the movie or anything like that, because
I
I
still
mean,
liked it.
I did end up liking the movie a lot too, but I mean, it was definitely, you know, some weak points, and it some of it had to was a little bit had to do with some of the chemistry between some of the characters. Just like the romance and, you know, everything between Cersei and Icarus was kind of just bland. You know, you, you didn't really believe it.
Yeah. He was like,
You
well,
know,
you're the
it's
one
just
girl here that's not a child, so, and you're not deaf,
yeah,
so I'll like you. I'm like,
and
okay.
that whole sex scene, whatever you want to call it,
That was also
was
very strange for that
so
movie.
stiff and just like it was weird to it was hard to it was a little bit hard to get through.
We haven't gotten a sex scene in a Marvel movie since the first Iron Man movie. Fun fact.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
Kevin made sure to note that one down.
I knew that one.
Besides when Thanos was
um
fucking the planet.
yeah, right. Oh my god. But uh Eternals, I mean, essentially, I mean, that was just weird. Sprite was obnoxious. I think probably one of the only. I mean, Angelina Jolie. Excuse me. What a waste. What
Mm.
a
Yeah,
waste of a big name. I mean,
She was just like
Salma Hayek was
PTSD
great. I
Wonder
mean,
Woman,
short lived, but great.
literally.
Um, and then the only other characters that was there was what Fastos, who was the smart one, right? He was like
Yeah,
the engineer
I liked
and
him.
everything. Makari, who is the speedster,
Gilgamesh.
who they gave her like 7 seconds of like the coolest speedster scene we've seen, like way better than the DC Flash scenes, and we got 7 seconds of it.
Yeah.
So
Then
that
her
was kind of
weird romance thing.
and her weird romance with what
Yeah,
Druig.
Druid, I
Druig
think.
was kind of cool. I actually kind of like Druig. I you could see where he was coming from. He was I think was clearly one of the more powerful
Yeah,
Eternals when you think that his he essentially is mind control,
right.
Yeah.
over
Anyone but the Eternals.
anybody but the Eternals. Um, and then why am I forgetting? Uh,
How memorable the roles were. You're
the
talking about
I'm forgetting
Gilgamesh?
the last Eternal, Gilgamesh. Yeah, and he
He's
was
the
the best
strong
one.
one.
He was the best one.
And
The
then they
strong
killed
one.
him!
And they
Yeah.
killed him. They killed him.
That was such a weird scene too, though. Like it looked like they were gonna save him, and then he just like she's like he looked like he was sacrificing himself, but then he was gonna make it out, and then he just like kind of died. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
The whole movie, it was an enjoyable watch because of all the money into it, and so it was like visually pleasing. But
Mhm.
I feel like they put all of their money into that department, and then the writers were just like a group of fucking monkeys just like typing on the thing. Like, we have a strong guy, and a weak guy, and a girl that's fast, and a girl that's kind of like Wonder Woman, but not Wonder Woman. And we don't even have to write a villain because the villain is themselves, and then we have alien wolf things.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's
I
way
mean-
better Eternal stories to put as a movie than that.
Oh, I'm sure of it. I mean,
Have you ever played the
Eternals
game
were-
Injustice? They're literally copying
Injustice was
Injustice.
awesome.
They're copying Injustice. Superman's
I mean-
actually the bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, Eternals was like, a Jack Kirby creation and stuff like that. So, like, there's definitely most likely some better stories that they could have gone with, but they're laying the groundwork, as Marvel does for these things. That's what this phase is, and um, we had to suffer through it until we got to Spider-Man. uh, that being said, I did not suffer through any of the movies. Eternals was probably the most drag of a movie that Marvel's put out in this phase.
Yeah.
But it'll be a movie that pays off down the end. I mean, it paid off for me a lot more when we got the end and post-credit scenes.
Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even just Harry Styles. We are at the end of the movie where, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Eternals yet. Yeah, get on that.
I shouldn't have to say
but-
it's like half a year now.
Yeah, I know. We're in a random room with Dane. His girlfriend's just disappeared, so he must have been like, "Oh, I'm gonna go home and run and get my trusty sword." Out of
Sounded
my
just like him. That
family
was good. Maybe if they make another Game of
closet."
Thrones, you can play Jon Snow.
Right?
That's pretty-
I actually kind of liked Dane, and he opens up his box, and there's a blade in there, and then we hear the voice of Mahershala Ali in the background.
I honestly think that was the best part.
It was the best.
Like,
part
literally
of the
the whole
movie.
movie, The Eternals.
I remember I saw it with you, Nick. And I remember sitting there, and I had to go home, and I was like, "Why do I know that voice?" Like, I was
Yeah.
sitting there, like, "Why do I know that?" I had to go look it up. I felt like an idiot.
Yeah. That's
was
funny,
like,
though. Like,
okay,
you have this whole
so we
movie
got
just
Blade.
for the one of the girl characters' boyfriends
Yeah.
to make a cool scene with Blade.
Yeah. Seriously.
And then
So-
they had to cheer us up after fucking Harry Styles walks through the door after such a lackluster movie. I was about ready to jump out of the freaking theater.
There's a lot to be said about that post-credit scene. I think there's a lot going on there that that's not like obviously at the forefront that
Yeah.
Marvel usually. I think I made a point of saying it maybe in our last podcast. I guess I'll just repeat it real quick for those of you who didn't listen or haven't watched it. Shame. Go back and watch.
Shame you, seven.
The previous episode, and then catch up with
Like my
us.
grandmother.
You can't even shame. So what happens in that scene? So the Eternals get carried away for judgment, and we're on, what's the ship called?
The
Kev, you got this.
The Millennium Falcon.
Yes, yeah, yes, of course.
Falcon.
Anyway, we'll go with that. Well, they're back on their little Millennium Falcon, and it's what Angelina Jolie. So it's Athena and Makari and Druig. Like
Yeah.
just
I
they're
think so,
just
yeah.
chilling. They're like on the ship and they're on their way to Judgment or whatever. And then out of nowhere, basically we have Harry Styles who is playing your Star Fox, Thanos's brother.
Imagine you're Thanos and that's your brother. I'd do the same fucking thing he did.
Yeah, right. Like what? And for some reason, Pip the Troll.
I like Pip.
Yeah, so fine, cool. Voiced by Patton Oswalt. Okay, cool,
He's
whatever.
a nerd.
Love that, love that, love that. But he comes in and he just says like, "Oh, your friends are in a bit of trouble, and I know where they are." And that's it, you know.
Yeah.
So like,
The whole movie was like a
I,
fucking alley oop for Blade and whatever the hell they're gonna make out of that.
I don't know what the association with Star Fox and Pip the Troll is. To be perfectly honest, I thought Pip the Troll was like Thor's homie or something like
He
that.
was.
Okay, that's what I thought. But again, so we haven't. Thor is off planet. We haven't seen him or heard from him since Endgame.
Right.
He's off doing stuff with the Guardians of the Galaxy right now.
That we think till we watch the next movie and that they're
Apparently,
not there.
yeah. Uh, and like so, when I was sitting there in the movie watching it with you, the way that they like teleported into the room was like very different, and it reminded me of the Bifrost Bridge from Thor Ragnarok.
Yes, very much, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like,
That's why I thought we were gonna get somebody like that.
Yeah,
like, not
are they like traveling from Asgard? Or like
right? Well, Asgard's gone, right?
Right. So like,
like scrambling
yeah,
for a logical
yeah,
reasoning as to why
yeah,
they're
you're
coming
kinda
through the
just
Bifrost.
like what is going on? So I think there was a lot more going on there that we'll uncover eventually. But yeah. So Eternals pretty good since we kind of side skirted off of that original Avengers X-Men Eternals crossover. I mean, I'm excited for anything X-Men, honestly.
Yeah.
Give me anything X-Men.
It'll be good to hype people
I'm
up
there
too
for it.
once the movie starts coming around to have those comic books for those deep nerds that are gonna read them.
Oh, of course. You know, Marvel's got to pull those numbers real quick. So jumping over to DC recently, so there was a recent uh I don't know if it was like a tweet or some sort of social media outburst that uh, a writer at DC right now. His name is Daniel Warren Johnson. He's writing Action Comics right now. Very hot writer right now over there at DC, and they're going to be doing Jurassic League. All right, so right off the bat, pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know what to expect or say about Jurassic Park.
So I'm pulling up an article right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna read. I'm just gonna read just a little bit.
Like,
okay?
why does DC do this? They're like, okay, well, you know what we need? No, not a good motion picture like anything that Marvel's put out. No Way Home? Fuck that. Dwayne, get over here. Kevin Hart? Super Pets, bitch.
You know what it almost feels? It almost feels like like
now we got the dinosaurs.
it almost feels like DC does like almost like bar chat.
There's like, how far can we
Comics
bury
and
ourselves
movies
in
now.
this super like niche group of people that are gonna love it?
Where the idea spawned from, like I said, it had to have been like bar talk. It was just like because hold on, I think this issue like breaks down.
We have the Batman. Who the fuck
League
cares?
Member is like what type of dinosaur? Like they're all different dinosaurs.
It's written from the guy at the bar at 2 a.m.
So this article is from comicbook.news. Pretty much the #1 trusted news source for comic books. If you just go right on the internet, you can read pretty much just about anything. So this is from that website. This is directly from there. So it says the Justice League, excuse me, I can't speak tonight, becomes the defenders of truth, justice, and the prehistoric way
Eggs.
in the Jurassic League, which kicks off with a 6-issue miniseries in May depicting the Justice League as you've never seen them. Dinosaurs. Batman is the Allosaurus. Wonder
What
Woman
the?
is the Triceratops. Superman is the Bronchiosaurus, and more.
I can't deal
DC
with
Comics
this.
released the following details art, and there's some pretty dope looking artwork. I'm not really gonna lie at all. It looks pretty. The artwork looks pretty gnarly. But this is this is gonna be quite a stretch. It comes. It's supposed to be out May 2022. I wish, honestly. Oh my god. I know we're not live right now.
We have to find some live way to
like
get past copyright so that we can just like live read these comic books.
Dude, I wish I could live. I wish I could share my screen so you could see some of these pictures. But wow.
God.
Okay.
What I can do is I can put a link if we find somewhere. I can put a link in the description of the episode. Just remind me.
It's pretty crazy. So, oh my god.
I can't.
The Joker is even. The Joker
It's
is
just like a Triceratops with like lipstick.
Yeah. So
This is a real thing.
This is a real thing. They've already got a variant cover drawn up for issue number 1. It's gonna be a limited series.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, it's gonna be. It's
Dude,
one
I can't with this.
6-issue miniseries. So this is where we're at with DC right now. They're making dinosaur comic books.
It's so bad. Just you think of Marvel and they're like, oh yeah, we got Thor this year, we got Doctor Strange coming through, we might even have the multiverse's breakthrough with alternates of the original Avengers. What do you guys have? We have the Batman and motherfucking dinosaurs.
So like when I first saw this,
oh wait, Super Pets is here too, like I said.
Yeah, DC Super Pets, the fucking Jurassic League.
You guys are catering to the adult man boys. We're catering to the actual boys.
Are we down or not? Like that was just my general question that I put next to this book.
They could do a lot of legal marijuana. Might be down a little bit.
Give it a go on that.
6-issue miniseries. Are we down?
I'm gonna have to read it because I'm just gonna cry.
Are we gonna read it?
It's gonna be so funny. I'm gonna have to.
And we'll report on it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't come out till May, so we got plenty of time.
Get your pre-orders in.
Yeah, exactly.
Sonic has a dinosaur. That's gonna be very.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
So yeah, so we got that to look forward to in May. We'll see how that goes. Jurassic League by Daniel Warren Johnson, art by
fucking Pee Wee Herman.
No, it's art by Juan Gideon.
Sure.
Sorry, I probably butchered that.
He's not listening. It's fine.
Definitely not, but you know. So we'll just keep jumping back and forth here.
Yeah.
Back over to Marvel. We just heard this week that an old childhood friend of all of ours, Dakota Fanning. What is her last name now?
Which one? Oh, it's her?
Is signed on as Madam Web.
It's Dakota Fanning?
Isn't it?
Is it because she's what's her face in WandaVision?
Doesn't she have like a different last name now?
50 Shades of Web.
That was your big moment, Kevin. The whole show. Good job.
Oh, Dakota Johnson.
I was gonna say there's two different people.
Yeah, Dakota Johnson. Okay, I thought I was like I had that one and Dakota Fanning stuck in my head for some freaking reason. I don't know anything about this character, so if you guys have anything to
wasn't she in one of the shows I remember
Yeah,
her
so
in one of the show. Was he in the Amazing Spider-Man show?
yeah, she was in the Spider-Man show from the 90s.
Yeah.
But so what she is like this multiversal like spider like
Spider
god.
Menace.
Yeah, basically. But she travels like different like universes and stuff to like check on the Spider-Mans and all that. That's all I know for the most part.
So is she like a good guy or a bad guy?
She's neutral.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not
Oh,
just,
neutral.
um but she's very like it's unique though just cuz like Dakota Johnson is like such a young actress. So
That's what
like
I was
it's
gonna say. Because isn't the actress like not 70 years old?
yeah, and like I mean personally like I think like
Well, Kevin's here
if
for the
it
She-Hulk.
for me and I were to cast someone from Madam Web, I'd say like Jamie Lee Curtis or Sigourney Weaver would be like fantastic
True.
choices.
Jamie Lee Curtis would be
Both
cool in
great
that role.
choices. Yeah, that would be cool.
You know, they both would be pretty good with it. But I mean, you know, I guess Marvel and Sony know what they're doing. Like they're trying to set something up. So I like, you know, the route that's going and you know, we'll see what happens. But it's a pretty interesting take. I saw on her like Instagram story, she like it was like a black image, but like right in the middle it was just a web, so basically that kinda like confirms that she's it.
Yeah. As much as their NDA lets her do.
Yeah, but they won't say anything else.
Huh. Do
Interested,
you
but
think
not on the edge
she'll
of my
pop
seat.
up in? Yeah. Do you think she'll pop up in any shows or a movie, or where do you think we'll be getting that?
Down the line she will, I feel like. They're gonna probably introduce her first, obviously.
I would say in
But
the
like
Spider-Verse.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
the Across the Spider-Verse movie.
yeah, but that's but it's weird though because
Or-
that's live action versus animated, so maybe not. Maybe in the new Venom, whenever we get that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be something along the lines, but we don't have any big announcements. The only announcement we have is Into the Spider-Verse, right? Or whatever it's called.
Spider-Verse?
They
What's-
announced
Yeah.
for their Craven movie, they just casted Russell Crowe.
Oh yeah, sorry, I heard that.
Yes.
Which I think is pretty unique because
That also,
like
yep.
he's playing Thor. Or no, sorry, he's playing Zeus in Thor: Love and Thunder
That's
as
cool.
well.
So I wonder what they're gonna
So-
do with that though, because that's a whole other.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but is that a rumor though that he's Zeus? Like, is that like an IMDb thing?
No, like he is. It was confirmed.
Weird.
Yeah, they
Hmm.
saw like on set and everything too. So
That's a strange one then. I wonder if
Yeah.
that's if the Craven one's a rumor. Because I heard
Craven-
that. I read that today too.
the Craven one's confirmed.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. That seems like a weird rumor.
Yeah, it's a weird one of those has to not be right.
I don't know.
Not sure.
It'd be hot. That's a hot one to come off of No Way Home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't know. Maybe they're gonna finally try and get the Sinister Six, like all round up, because Craven would be that sixth member.
Yeah.
That
Is
we're
it-
looking for.
Right.
Well, plenty to look forward to in the Spider-Verse. We know that's not going anywhere soon. But how about this for a segue? People who might be leaving us a little bit soon just came out with their last movie, hopefully. Jackass Forever.
Hey!
Just
The last movie,
came out.
hopefully. Those are fighting words, sir.
Hey man, they're getting old, man. Look
That
at
makes it
Knoxville,
better.
getting gray.
You
guys-
think it's hard to do those stunts at 20? Do them at fucking 49 and show me how good they are.
Oh man.
you guys saw
Sorry, Kev. Go ahead.
you guys saw Jackass.
I saw
right?
it.
Yeah,
I have not.
I think
seen
me
it
and
yet.
Matt are gonna do another. They want to go see it too, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was
A lot of dicks, lots of dicks this time. They really
Lots of dicks.
doubled down on the dicks.
Uh,
I'm not even kidding. There's probably 12 gags of dicks. Gags of dicks.
a lot of nut shots. I'll say that.
So you already saw it, Kev.
I did. Yes. I don't.
Oh shit.
I don't put too much just because you haven't seen it, but
What is there? It's Jackass. What do you spoil? Like the lore of the Jackass.
you know, like
It's a lot of dick and ball jokes and like hitting each other in the nuts.
yeah. Talk about like I want to like talk about like one thing that happened that I liked in the movie.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
I liked the pee-pee part.
Spoiler alerts, y'all.
Spoilers for Steve-O's cock in the movie.
My favorite was when they so like it was like set in like this like graveyard scene, and they had Steve-O and like some other guy dressed up as like skeletons. And what they did is they had Wee Man, who was like the midget, if anybody didn't know that. But they had him like on the ground, like tied like on like both of his arms, both of his legs, and then they were saying some like weird script thing. And then after that, they fucking put like they
That'd
had
be
like
spoilers.
and they put like I think like pig meat like near his balls, and then they brought out a vulture, and the vulture like went over and tried to eat meat and shit off a Wee Man, and it was so funny.
Heavy spoilers for the deep finale.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
like
God.
dude.
that was good.
Those movies are gold, man.
It's funny. Have a couple
you guys
beers
have,
before
like,
you
a
go and you have a good time.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a favorite skit from past Jackass movies? I know I definitely do.
Mine would be like the first one, which was the rent a car and then trash it, like the very first one.
The very first skit in the very first movie.
That's my favorite one. Yeah, like he literally goes to fucking get the car rented. Then he brings it to like this little monster truck arena or whatever, and then they all like start just trashing up the car and shit. And he brings it back, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not paying for this." So that was great. I love that one.
I don't think you can beat the ones the mousetrap gags, which they bring back in every movie. Those ones I just think are so funny. Like they're such like slapstick humor, but I always think they're fucking hilarious. There's a couple of good ones in this one, but like there's actually there's a couple of mousetraps in it. I won't say anything, but there's the mousetrap ones are always the best ones to me. I think.
The
Like, you just feel your toes in those situations, you know.
Yeah.
I won't spoil anything, but the opening for this one was like really
I
funny.
missed
too.
the opening. We were like 4 minutes late, and like we
It's
just
the
saw like the
opening.
very end of the opening.
Dude.
That's why I want to go see it again. So Matt, I still want to go if you want to go see it.
Yeah.
And me and
go
Caitlin
check
both
this
went to the
out.
bathroom at different times, so like we both missed a couple skits and the opening. So
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
yeah,
That's how it goes.
I didn't knock at
I
a
think-
drink for Jackass.
Oh, right. I think one of my favorite ones. I think that I was pissing myself laughing is, I think it might have been number 3, where they were just throwing things into like a jet engine.
Oh yeah, oh my
It's
god.
like shoes and like tomatoes and stuff. Like
The show is so stupid when you just say it. Like, just imagine like the pitch meetings that they have. And I don't even think they do. I feel like they just like go and just do shit.
I feel like there is no pitch beat. They just turn on a camera and they just capture it. Oh my god. So, I mean, believe it, they hit some huge box office numbers with this movie.
It's because it's as dumb as it is. It's like a fucking national treasure at this point.
As
People
dumb
love
as
it.
it is, dude, people still fucking love it. It's just like
It's like old
America's Home
YouTube
Videos.
prank videos. Yeah, it's like, but
like
it's a movie.
You know, it's so old and you've seen it a million times, but you still love it.
Yeah, they
every
do. They
second of
rehash
it.
half the same shit from other movies too. Like they
Yeah.
redo pranks all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah, how many? After you shoot yourself out of a cannon, like how much more is there to like, or slingshot in a porter potty? Like how much? How much more is there in the bottle? You know?
Oh, ready. There's another porta potty in this one. Be ready for it.
There was a deleted scene that they didn't put in the movie, but it was with this one was another one of my favorites, but they had Britney Spears on it, and what it was
I didn't
was,
see that.
yeah, so they so it's called the Poo Cocktail Supreme. So basically
God.
like porta potty slingshot, so they shot her up in the air and like there was a bunch of shit just like going all over Britney Spears. I mean, like she knew what was coming, but like she like I don't know. It was funny though.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll definitely be seeing this one. I'm sure I'll catch it with Nick eventually.
Yeah.
So a new Jackass movie is always it's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Always a good thing. So continuing in the vein of movies and TV talk, I think we've already talked about it real quick last time, or at least I think I did, when we were doing our anticipated movies of this year. Um, we finally have a full feature length like Lightyear trailer with full cast,
Yeah, it looks so good.
and like it just looks awesome. It
Yes.
just looks awesome. A
The
lot of
Zurg
names were
shots.
added. Yeah, a lot of names were added to the cast. I'm gonna pull it up.
I like that they still use the same
Here
song
real
because
quick,
they know
just
that
so we
that
have some
song's it
names.
for those trailers.
Oh, the Starman song.
They know
That's
that's
a
where the
good
money
song.
is.
Oh, well, come on. Well, so for those of you who don't know, Chris Evans is voicing Buzz
Buzz Lightyear.
Lightyear. Oh, they don't really have a whole ton of it up yet.
Or they revealed a lot of characters though.
Yeah.
In the first one, it was just like Buzz, and then like the girl
yeah.
that's like his counterpart.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Tiki Watiti is in it. Kiki Palmer's in it. Yeah, these are all voice actors and stuff like that. James Brolin got added to the cast, which is pretty cool. So a bunch of other characters and stuff are going to be highlighted in this movie, and it just looks like a beautifully done. I mean, like Pixar always.
It'll
does,
be a
but
crier
it
because I feel like they're doing
Looks
justice.
like a beautiful movie.
Yeah, they're doing the weirdest thing you could ever think, but it makes sense at the end of the day, and it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be so good.
I keep wanting to call it live action because it's a Buzz Lightyear like in real life thing, but it's still a fucking cartoon movie.
Yeah, he's got like this little like sidekick cat. What's it called? Socks.
Yeah, it's like a
or something
robot.
Like that.
Like an R.
Little
His
robot
R2.
cat. Yeah. Oh man, we're gonna figure out like the origins of where like his catchphrase comes from. So it's just gonna be such a heartfelt, wholesome movie, and totally ready for it. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys definitely plan on seeing that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You already know I'm doing opening night.
I want to see
Oh yeah.
real life Pixar Buzz versus real life Pixar Zurg.
Oh yeah, come on, we need that. I mean, we got Zurg in like what Toy Story 2.
The legend.
Full grown like robot in this too.
The legend.
Yeah.
I want him to have like a Darth Vader entrance.
Yeah.
Like in the video game scene from Toy Story 2 when he like goes into like that little room and you just see him showing up. I want like a Rogue One reveal of Zurg coming through the fucking door with his shadow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ready for the fucking toy villain. I'm ready.
That's crazy.
Mm.
Dude. Hell yeah. This movie's gonna be awesome. It's expected to come out June 17th of this year.
Which I think it will.
So I think it will.
I think we're done with Hollywood delays as of trends and stuff that are showing. So we're on the up, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hopefully they wouldn't have teased us with all of that, nice full trailer and all that good stuff to just delay it again and again. But yeah, hopefully we're done with all that.
Yeah. One thing I just wanted to say, because I don't know, I think we'll wrap it up in a few. The Kenobi, we finally got a release date for Kenobi.
I was gonna make sure we mentioned
Very
that.
excited for.
So when is that releasing?
It's May 25th.
May 25th, yeah.
Which is the day that they released the original Star Wars in theaters, which I think is really cool. And
Really? Oh,
yeah, the little telling tales at school rumor is that the trailer will be out during the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. There we go. Probably the only reason I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl anyway. Last year when I sat down for like 20 minutes to watch the Super Bowl, I happened to see the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and I guarantee you we're gonna see trailers for sure that we aren't even like talking about yet, that we don't even like realize they're gonna drop a trailer for. So I'm excited. That's the best part of the Super Bowl.
Cool.
I used to be super into football, but now I turned into such a fucking nerd. I'm sitting there like watching the watching the commercials and not the game.
Same, dude.
I'll be down. Black Adam trailer during the Super Bowl.
That
That'd be cool.
that's another one
Well,
that I
you-
think we should have too, because they remember. Did you guys see that The Rock's going to be making an appearance at the Super Bowl? That's like what they're putting everywhere.
No.
Oh yeah, so then he's probably gonna be
Double
talking
down,
about
yeah.
Dude, I'm so behind on like Super Bowl and football. So I just read the other day like what the halftime show was going.
That's going to be sick too. Actually, I think it's going to be the
It's
first
like, let's go.
first good halftime show in like years.
Oh, it's gonna be lit. Except I think I just read recently that Snoop Dogg has some like allegations against him.
He always has allegations. He literally murdered someone and wrote an album about it and
He,
still
he,
got
like-
off scot-free. And he's
Dude,
now the owner of Death
he
Row Records.
Just signed to be the owner of Death Row.
We're turning into a rap podcast. Here we go.
Here we go. Snoop, let's get Martha on here. Fucking. Yeah, so the Kenobi series, dude, I mean, I can't even fucking talk Star Wars because I'm so behind. Like, I shouldn't even have a
Well,
rate.
you got to get it going. So next week we can talk. We can finish Boba Fett since it's done. We'll have a big debate because we were going to do it tonight, but it's probably going to be like an hour of talking. So most of the episode next week's probably going to be Boba Fett because we haven't covered any of it.
Yeah, so I'll get caught up with that and we'll have a big old debate.
I'm going to make you watch it on Saturday.
All right. Bet. So for those of you who listen and tune into this podcast, if you do,
All 7 of you.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. So yeah, I mean that was pretty much all we had. Like we said, pretty much a rapid fire show tonight. A little bit of a shorter length show this week. So
We still have like 40 something.
getting ready for the heavyweight next week, hopefully it'll be next week. We'll do the Boba Fett debate. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it the debate
Kevin versus
episode.
Nick. Yeah, Matt. There we go. We can do it like this. You could be the median.
There we go. Perfect.
Because that's the biggest Boba Fett fan around. I didn't love it.
So yeah, those of you who listen to the podcast, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Drop us a like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever. Helps us out a lot, and it doesn't cost you much to just click on the button and hook it up. So we're trying to get our numbers up. We're probably, I don't even know how many subscribers we're at. Probably not
We're at
many.
like 14 or something.
But we're trying to get, like, let's say that like at least 25 or 30 subscribers, and by the time we hit that, we're going to be doing some giveaways.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you guys start spreading the word a little bit, maybe start sharing the podcast a little bit, because we do have some stuff in store. We have some comics to give away. I don't have it on me right here, right now. But we have some comics to give away. We'll talk about what they are, some bundles, some trade paperbacks, and maybe some other goodies mixed in there as well. So if you guys could help us get the word out there, get the podcast out there and on some more screens and into some homes. Look at Kevin showing off some goodies right now. It's greatly appreciated. It's tough to get these things going. So the littlest bit of help goes a long way.
Yeah.
And we all appreciate it.
I'm gonna throw some things in the description too. We have a Facebook page that has like over 6,000 members that I'm gonna start plugging this more in, and I'll do vice versa. So like I'll put that, and then we have a Instagram KOTP_podcast. So you guys can check that out too. I'm gonna try and be more active on there. I was for a while, but we kind of just veered off. But I'm gonna start being more active on that again, and I'm just gonna start like interlocking things. I have a TikTok that I've been posting a lot of nerdy stuff on, so I'll start mixing that in, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and eventually we'll be starting to do some in-person podcasts. We're starting to do movie night. We're gonna start reviewing movies and movie series. So shoot us a message on Facebook or on our Instagram. So give us movie suggestions. Give us Japanese cinema.
I got a couple on my list.
You know what I mean? It's same dude, actually, honestly. Give us westerns. Give us sci-fi. Shout us out anything that you think is worth watching, and we'll probably get around to watching it. We watch a lot of movies, so that'll be some new segments coming up. So lots to look forward to.
Yep.
And if that's all we have on the table tonight, gentlemen, Kevin, you want to take us away?
There we go.
Yeah, bye.
That was it?